Floyd Jones is in the house. Hi, Floyd.
Hello.
I am so happy to be able to bring Floyd to the Auctria webinar stage, especially at this time of year. And we're talking about community as a catalyst, turning um, your community into that catalyst, especially in front of Black Philanthropy Month. Okay, quiz for everybody in the chat. What month is Black Philanthropy? You think they're going to get it, Floyd? I bet they
I
are if they've been hanging
hope.
out with you for any sort of time.
I hope. Okay, come on, Aurora. Aurora said, come on now. Who else? Usually, I don't know if you count. Someone is typing. We can't see who that someone is. Sarah, okay, love to see it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I think they got it.
I think they got it.
First of all, where's everybody calling from, too? I want to know, where are you calling from? I am calling from New York City, living in the city. Who else? Where's everybody else calling from? I want to see it in the chat. But while you're putting it in there, my name is Floyd Jones, calling in from New York City. I'm a speaker, coach, and community builder, and the founder of an organization called Back Black, where we help fund Black-led nonprofits. We also help with capacity building and raising awareness for organizations as well. And I have worked with grassroots organizations my entire career. I've helped raise over $20 million for grassroots organizations. It's my passion. People are my passion. I believe that people are the passion and people will propel you forward. Come on, somebody. And I'm super excited to share more about our organization and share more about how you can turn your people into your propeller for your mission today. I see Liz is calling in from British Columbia. I see Yema is calling from Minneapolis. Love to see it. Okay, Loria, tell the people.
We're going coast to coast here, Floyd.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast, north to south. So I'm physically located in Boca Raton, Florida. Auctria itself is headquartered out of Ottawa, Canada. So we're going global here, all of North America. I am the Director of Growth and Strategy here at Auctria. The mission here is to empower nonprofit organizations by providing them with affordable and easy to use powerful tools for event fundraising. Send us an email if you ever need any help. We're here to help.
Love that. Well, yes, keep going. Talk to us about the Auctria for the people who are new, because we had a good amount of people who said that was new.
Thank you. This is our team. This is a recent photo we had at our summit this summer. This summer's still happening, right? This past month in Canada. Since 2011, Auctria has been streamlining event and auction fundraising. Instead of paper, pens, and Excel spreadsheets, best in class for a complete event auction fundraising platform with a typo in there. Hey, we're all human, right? Tickets, online, paper auctions, donations, paddle raises, tournaments, and so much more. Over $1 billion has been raised by organizations. And that's what makes me wake up every morning. The money that the community work that you do with those dollars raised is what motivates me every single solitary day. And we are committed to keeping fundraising platform affordable and accessible to groups of all kinds and sizes.
You guys do more than events and auctions too, right? It says you guys do tickets. Y'all do online fundraising.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
What's your favorite feature?
Oh my goodness. You know what? The fact that everything is streamlined from beginning to end. We volunteer in our own communities. Fun fact, Auctria was founded in 2011. I started using Auctria in 2012. My son was in second grade. He is now a senior in college.
Hold on.
So there's a visual for you. And we are constantly adding on features. And the fact that a guest or a participant grabs a ticket from your event, now can bid online, now can do a donation, now can do a paddle raise, now can do something. It's all one longitudinal experience. So that's my favorite part, that is easy and it's streamlined throughout. Thank you for asking that question.
I love that. Okay, a little bit more about Black Philanthropy Month. For the people who don't know, Black Philanthropy was founded in 2011 by Dr. Jacqueline Copeland, but really it actually had its roots starting from 2001. So it has been an initiative to really shine a light on Black philanthropy. One thing that I will say, and I want to highlight for everybody, because some people are like, well, why do we need to even talk about Black philanthropy? And one thing that I realize is things that are unseen and things that are unspoken often go unsupported. I'm gonna say that again. Things that are unseen and things that are unspoken often go unsupported. My brother, CJ Carter, in the chat. CJ, can you please shoot me an email? I'm sorry, I'm going off script, but shoot me an email, CJ. I have something for you. But you know what? That's what Black philanthropy is all about. It's all about remembering people's names, their faces, right? It's about, I have been wanting to email CJ for months. I've had an opportunity specifically for him, okay? But that's what our community is. And that is what Black philanthropy is all about. It's about not just giving of your treasure, but it's about giving of your time. It's about giving of your talents. And we are making this known. Black Philanthropy Month has actually been recognized by the UN. Okay, there are about 50 countries who have a proclamation about Black Philanthropy Month in August. Okay, so it's not just a one-time thing. It's not just a moment, it's a movement. And that is what we are here to do. And I am now the new global chair for Black Philanthropy Month, which I'm super excited about. We have initiatives happening in Canada, Brazil. We have initiatives happening in the Caribbean. We have initiatives happening in the UK. So this is a global initiative happening all around the world. And I'm super excited that you on this call get to learn a little bit more.
Congratulations, Floyd. That is an amazing accomplishment. I know you've been working at this for a really, really long time. It is in your DNA. And I appreciate you taking the helm for that and giving platforms, people, organizations, the chance to really raise that bar in a collective voice.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to dive deep because this would be nothing without the organizations. And so today we are going to have, listen, I know y'all can't come off of mute, so get your fingers ready and type because I like to talk back to people. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation, okay? So when I talk, make sure y'all talk back. All right, so I'm going to jump right in. Question for you, and I kind of gave it away a little bit, but my family is from Sierra Leone, West Africa, okay? So growing up, I remember that I had like one super goal, okay? And I had one dream that I wanted to be. And I don't know if you saw the next slide, but it is, I wanted to be a soccer player, okay? Believe it or not, in my head, I said, I'm gonna be, in Sierra Leone, they're called the Salone Stars. So growing up, we would always watch them or always talk about them. We would play soccer outside. Like it was a big thing, okay? And so I was like, all right, this is my calling. This is what I'm going to be. I'm ready to go from a very early age. This was the soccer era. Okay. Believe it or not, this is my big brother, Wayne. We would play soccer outside. Yema. Oh my. See, this is my people. I just saw Yema started typing Creole in the chat. Come on. We found cool. Okay. All right. Well, that just made my day. We can go home now. That was everything.
Wrap it up. Anyway, we're done.
So I remember my mom was like, all right, we're ready to play soccer, okay? I had the cleats, I had the jersey, I had the shorts, I had my little headband. I was ready to go, all right? It was amazing, all right? And I remember I would be going through practice and doing the whole thing, but the time for the main game came, all right? The time for the day one game came. And y'all, I was like, I'm ready for this. This is my moment. This is my now, okay? And now the coach said, all right, Floyd, you're up. And I said, we got this. I started stretching. I started doing my little exercises. I said, nobody can tell me nothing. And I finally got in the game, y'all. And then they passed me the ball. All right. They passed me the ball. And yo, I was dribbling for my life. Okay. And I had asthma at the time. So I was running. I took a little inhaler break. I was dribbling and running again. I took another quick little inhaler break. And I just kept running. I said, this is my moment. Okay. Yo, I got close to that goal. I wound up. I kicked that ball. And I scored, y'all. I was blown away. I said, I knew I could do it. Y'all, I turned around and I was ready for my people to welcome me with open arms. I was ready for them to say, Floyd is number one. Everything, here we go. Y'all, why was this them? Why was this them? Apparently, I had scored in the wrong goal. And I said, I walked off that field so fast. I said, Mother, this is not my calling. Okay, I saw juice boxes flying. People were throwing gushers in the air. Parents were just shaking their heads. My mom even did one of these. I said, you signed me up for this. You signed me up for this. Okay. So y'all, I said, this is really maybe not my calling, So believe it or not, I actually, it was a news to me, and I was very surprised because my first job, or one of my first fundraising jobs, was with the Bolo Kids Foundation. And I'm so happy because I just realized that they're celebrating their 10th year anniversary this year, which is so exciting. But when I started working with the organization, I was the only full-time fundraiser at the organization. I was the only full-time member at the organization. My whole salary was covered by the chairman of the organization, because why? We had no development operation, we had no donor database, we had no sophisticated system going on. We just had a dream. And we said we want to make sports free for every single child in America. And let me tell you something. I had an intention, okay? I realized that sports might not have been my calling, okay? But I saw the power that came from play. I saw the power that came when you brought the youth together. I saw the power that came when you got people together for a specific goal, right? And so my intention was, it doesn't matter your ability, it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. If you want to play, you should be able to play, okay? And so I said, y'all, we need to make a goal, because Giving Tuesday was coming around. I said, well, our goal is to raise $5,000. Why did I say $5,000? Okay. $5,000 is the cost of being able to afford the fields. There was a cost of being able to get the jerseys. It was a cost of being able to get all the snacks. You know, the gush that they threw at me. Okay, so I'm a little scarred, but it'll be fine. We wanted to get the snacks for these kids. Okay, and so on Giving Tuesday, I had one ask. I said, y'all, I asked our volunteers, I asked parents, I asked our program partners. If you even knew how to say the word sport, I said, I have an ask for you. On Giving Tuesday, I need you to do me one favor. Make your profile picture a picture of you as a child playing a sport, okay? And first of all, can we give it up to the baseball era, Floyd, okay? You see the little smile? I still have it. Come on, somebody, okay? But yeah, soccer wasn't it, but I said maybe baseball still wasn't it, but it's fine. Anyhow, I said, make your profile picture a picture of you as a child playing a sport, okay?
Brilliant.
Why? Because people need something to capture their attention right away, okay? And I said, change your profile picture of you as a child and then share the link to our campaign. On Giving Tuesday, something amazing and miraculous happened, okay? Not only did the volunteers share their profile picture, but then people started commenting and saying, well, I remember when I was a child playing a sport, and I remember when I played baseball, or I remember my daughter is now playing lacrosse. Then they started sharing the post, okay? Then people made their profile picture. I didn't even ask them to do this, and they were changing their profile picture to a picture of them playing a sport. Y'all, on Giving Tuesday, we didn't raise $5,000. We ended up raising over $30,000 on that day.
Amazing.
And people came back the year after, and they said, well, we want to get ready we want to play again. We want to do this campaign again. As you can see here, I called the campaign So Every Child Can Play. Okay, we had a tagline with it, intention and a tagline. Come on, somebody. The year after that, people came to us and they said, well, we're ready. We want to get involved again. They raised over $60,000. And then they came back again the year after that and raised over $90,000. And then they came back after that and raised over $110,000. And y'all, I'm no longer at the organization anymore, but guess how much they raised for their end of year campaign? You go ahead and guess, Lori.
They had to have crushed it because you set them up for success.
Come on, somebody. They're still running the So Every Child Can Play campaign, raised over $250,000.
That's awesome.
What?
That's amazing.
What
and your goal was 5.
And our original goals. And you know what? That's a quick note for anybody here in the chat. If you don't think that you can raise money, you have to just start. You have to just start. I made a post the other day on LinkedIn and I said, okay, you don't plant a seed in the ground and expect it to be a tree the next day. So why do we do the same thing with our organizations? Why do we do the same thing with our fundraising? Why do we do the same thing with our community members, right? You have to plant a seed and be willing to watch it grow. You have to plant a seed and be willing to till the soil. You have to plant a seed and be willing to nurture it, okay? And make it and see it through to be all that it could be. Your people are counting on you to nurture them. Your community is counting on you. Your mission is counting on you. Are you ready? Are you going to plant the seed? Are you going to nurture it? Because guess what can happen when you do? More than you can expect. Let's keep going. I realize it's all about belonging. It's all about belonging, okay? Community is about belonging. So are you creating a space for your people to belong? I love this quote from Brene Brown. We call her Sister Brene in our household. Someone said, how often should we have a fundraising initiative? Well, we'll talk about it, but Deline, it's up to you. It really is up to you. You can mobilize around giving days like Giving Tuesday or movements like Black Philanthropy Month. Excuse me. Or you can do something that's unique to your organization, like an anniversary, right? And I actually love what Deline did. People, put your questions in the chat because this is about you. This is for us, okay? I want you to succeed when you walk out this webinar, okay? So Brene Brown said, belonging is being somewhere where you want to be, and they want you. Fitting in is being somewhere you want to be, but they don't care one way or another. Belonging is being accepted for you. Fitting in is being accepted for being like everyone else. Do your people feel like they belong? Or are you just reaching out to them when you need something? Do your donors feel like they belong? Or are you just reaching out to them when you need another gift?
Right.
Do your volunteers feel like they belong? Or are you just reaching out to them when you need someone to serve on this Thursday's session? Because your people can see behind that.
Right.
They can see, and that's not for belonging. That's not for belonging. One quick thing I'll say and then I'll move on. Have y'all heard of giving circles and collective giving? Recurring giving. Let's talk about that. Recurring giving. There's a reason why a recurring giver stays literally double the amount of time than a one-time donor will. There's a reason why collective giving has nearly tripled over the last 7 years. Because people want to belong to something. And you have the opportunity to facilitate that. Are you? Will you?
All good questions. All good questions.
So how do you build for belonging? I have something called the 5 S's of success. First is setting an intention, then setting a goal, sharing your story, segmentation, and then mobilizing your supporters. And then also we have a bonus S. Come on, somebody from Lori. Okay, yours truly. I'll be talking about how to set up your donor page specifically on Auctria. Let's get going. All right, so setting your intention. You have to know why you are here. I always say you have to get clear on why you are here. Confirming the why will help you do everything else that you're trying to do. You need to know the why first and then the what will come. The why first. So many people come up to me and they're like, well, I want to raise $1 million. And I'm like, me too. Me too. But what is that $1 million going to do? What is that $1 million going to mean? What are you building towards for a bigger and better tomorrow? Right? I want y'all to put in the chat your organization. I want to see in the chat what your organization is, because we're going to make this personal. Because it's easy to come to a webinar and just be like, okay, well, I'm going to get my little notes. We need to insert here organization in that chat, okay? I want to see what organization are you representing. Black sustainability. Come on, Erica.
And I love, go ahead and put the links in for your organization as well. I
Path the Park 5K, the Cleveland Foundation. Good, because y'all need to know, especially if you're not the founder of an organization, you need to also know your why. I was the founder of Bolo Kids, but guess what? I tapped into a personal experience and that kept me going, right? I wasn't the founder of Black Philanthropy Month, but I definitely will let you know the amount of times I've been ostracized in my fundraising career and in this career of leading and helping and serving. And I said, you know what, this can't be. And that is what a change maker does. You see a problem and you step in and say, I'm going to be a solution. You see an issue and you say, I'm going to make an iteration. Okay? You are the solution that you've been waiting for. You are the bridge that you've been waiting for. So what is your intention? If you are a bridge, if you're a person connecting your donor to where they are and the change they want to see in the world, where are you leading your people to? Where are you leading your people to? That's why knowing your intention is so key. Daleen said, youth reaching unlock, just received my determination. Come on, Daleen. I'm a cheers to you. Got my little water bottle. Let's keep going. So again, I knew my intention so every child could play. Okay? They kept me on the sidelines before, but guess what? Guess who had the basketball now? This time. Come on, somebody. My intention opened up more doors for me. That's how this small, quote unquote, small organization, we were able to secure partnerships with Nike, Whole Foods,
Amazing.
NBA 2K. The size of your budget has nothing to do with the size of your belief. The size
Can
of your
you
budget
say that again out loud, Floyd?
The size of your budgets, for my people who just got their determination letter, for my people who are just getting started, for my people who are just said they have a grassroots organization, for my people who are trying to figure out fundraising, right? The size of your budget has nothing to do with the size of your belief. So if you wake up in the morning, you say that you're small, you're gonna stay small. But if you wake up in the morning, you say, I have a mission to accomplish, and I am big, and I am stepping into big shoes, then big things are gonna come your way. Are you tracking with me? Let me keep going, y'all. Next, an intention is not the same thing as a goal. Your goal serves your intention and not the other way around. Okay? You start with the why, and that's going to determine the what. Then you make your goal. Okay? So what do you need and why do you need it? How much will it cost you to get what you need? Who do you need to be in order to accomplish this goal? I also came up with something called the 5 C's of goal setting. If you know me, you know I love alliteration, okay? For the people who love me, this is, you know, I got the ABCs at this point, okay? 5 C's of goal setting. Clear. How much do you need to raise and what do you need to raise the money for? Is it clear? Is it compelling? Why do you need to raise this money and why should supporters care? What is their connection? And this is so important because especially right now in today's day and age, you need compelling content. You need compelling reasons. You need something, you need to speak to what people need right now. Speak to what people need right now. Concise. When do you need to raise the funds by? Have a specific end date to your campaign. So studies actually show you're gonna raise the most at the beginning of your campaign and at the end of your campaign, right? So it's up to you. I also need to make your own momentum. So it's up to you to really be concise about that. But then also people will forget. People have so many other things going on. So you gotta let them know up front, close, consistently. When do I need this money back? Context. How does it impact your organization at large? So if you actually reach this $1,000, if you reach this $5,000, what is it gonna mean for the grander trajectory of your organization in the long run? What's it gonna mean? And then community. Who are you serving? But also, who will be the champions for your cause? Who's gonna go on your behalf? So many of us get burnt out. And listen, I'll be the first one to say, I'm still in burnout recovery, okay? I'm still trying to not do everything all the time, okay? Recovering people pleaser and perfectionist over here, okay? But if nobody is going with you, is it a movement? Or is it just about me? If nobody is going with you, if nobody's carrying the torch alongside you, is it a movement or is it just about me? So many of us complain about burnout, but so many of us are the ones lighting our own candles. We got the matches in the hand, okay? And we just said we're gonna just go ahead and just let it, what I should say, let it burn, okay? Who is going with you? Now, I don't start anything unless I know that I have a team with me. Ask Laura, me and Laura, we've been in cahoots, okay?
Correct.
Organizing, scheming, visioning, planting seeds that we know will take root and produce fruit. Come on, somebody. Who is going with you? Let's keep going. Segment your audience. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this part, okay? Because this is what did Eminem say? This is the part where the rap breaks down for anybody in Detroit, okay? So many people talk about moves management, okay? They talk about this idea of getting a higher gift, right? This is what traditional fundraising is like. You get the people here, and then you gotta move them all the way up until you get a higher donation, right? Or you put them in their first gift, and it's all about getting another gift, right? It's all about the donation, right? You want people to give a higher gift. Well, y'all, what if I told you lasting fundraising is not about getting a higher gift, it's about getting people to become a higher version of themselves. It's about getting people to become a higher version of themselves through your organization, through the gift. I always say if a donation is all that you want, y'all, a donation is all that you're going to get. If a donation is all that you want, then a donation is all that you are going to get, okay? And guess what's the first thing to go when inflation goes up, when the taxes go down, when the tariffs, can we talk about tariffs for a second? When they are all over the place, what's the first thing to disappear? That donation. But guess what? You're not building for just donations anymore. You are building for believers. And so I created something called the 4 C's in community building to teach you about that, okay? I have a whole bunch of sessions on this, and we'll talk about it at another time, but there are 4 different levels. First is catalyst. How do you share the spark? So this is you on social media, or you launch an enticing campaign, right? That's how you share the spark right away. Once you get them in, then you have to go to level 2, communicate, and that's how do you share the story. So now you're nurturing those people through email. You're nurturing them through storytelling. You're getting them to get connected to your story. I always say your story is gonna help you soar. Then convert. How do you share the opportunity? And this is where you have multiple opportunities. And why is it so important? Because I look at so many people's their content, and all they say is donate now. And that's the only way for people to get involved. And that's dangerous, because on average, it takes a person 7 to 8 times of getting integrated to your organization before they take an action. So what about I want to give to you right now? What about volunteer? What about watch? What about share? What about like? What about participate? What about join? So this is where you share the opportunity, and there needs to be different levels of opportunity, and each opportunity has to be tracked.
Right.
You have to track them all. And then the last one is catapult, and that's share the baton. And this is where you're now getting people to become your board members. They're your ambassadors. They're going out on your behalf. They're carrying the light for you, right? That's where it's at. Let me keep going. So you, in order to figure out where your people are at, because a lot of times when you're launching a fundraising campaign, they're either going to start here, catalyst, or you're going to give them the opportunity to convert and become a fundraiser for your behalf, or donate or share, right? And the reason why I love peer-to-peer fundraising and I love platforms like Auctria or an event and whatnot is because it's a really great opportunity to bring people in to the catalyst, right? Mm-hmm. So now let's talk about segmenting your audience, okay? Because it can't be one size fits all. Imagine me saying, have you heard about our organization and you're a board member? I'd be like, huh?
Or do you not know who I am?
Right. Or all the emails that I get with people to say, well, hey, friend. And I'm like, I have been donating since how long? And you was calling me your friend? I mean, I know it starts with F, but give me something else. Right?
For sure. For sure.
So you have to curate your messaging based off of your segment, okay? So here's the actual things that I segment based off of. Get your pen and paper ready, okay? Or take a little screenshot. First is recency. How long have donors been giving to your organization? Are they legacy donors? Have they been giving for multiple years? How long have donors been giving? Next is frequency. How often do donors give? Are they giving monthly, quarterly, annually, one time? How often are donors giving? Method, how are donors giving? Are they giving through social media, email, text, digital campaign? And y'all need to track all of these different things. One of my mentors, when I first started fundraising, they said, your donors will let you know how they want you to communicate with them. If they gave via digital campaign before, chances are they might want to give through a digital campaign again.
Right.
If they gave via a check, I've never seen them. But if they give via a check, well, chances are they want to keep on giving via check again.
Paper.
So track, how are your donors giving? Amount, how much are donors giving? Now this is relative because low, medium, and high is based on your organization, okay? So, and I always say this is relative because so many people put so much weight on what they perceive to be high, not realizing and knowing that most people who give you a $10 gift are not giving at their capacity. They're just saying, hi, I'm gonna open the door. What did Bruno Mars say? Leave the door open, right? Like that's what they're doing. They're saying hi, maybe show a little shoulder, maybe, right? So that's what people are doing.
They're
and it's up to
testing.
you exactly. How are you going to treat me? Who am I to you? So it's up to you to filter and say, okay, hi, I'm going to focus on these low, medium, high donors, and I'm going to build a relationship over time. Reason, why do donors give? Are they giving me based on a fundraiser prompt, a media prompt, special event? Interest, what topics are donors most interested in? Do they want to give to a campaign, a scholarship fund, program, whatever? Type, what type of donor is it? Is it a fundraiser, a corporate sponsor, or a recurring donor? All these things are important. Why? Because I want you to pick 2, 3 of these segments. Not all of them, because I know some of y'all go off this call and say, well, Floyd said, I got to get the recent, I got to get 2 or 3, especially if you're brand new, 2 or 3, okay? And then you're gonna make a plan. This is literally what I do when I'm working with organizations, okay? We say, we're gonna find 4 major donors to give $5,000 each for a $20,000 total. I gotta raise $50,000 now, okay? I'm gonna get 15 past fundraisers to raise $1,000 each. That'll be $15,000 based on a member type. I want 50 past scholarship donors to give $200 each, $10,000 based on a member interest. I want to get 100 past one-time donors to give $50 each based on a donor frequency. That'd be $5,000. So for the people who are like, I want to raise $1 million, I always say, how?
Right.
Don't set yourself up for failure. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay? I have a whole segmenting for success workbook where I literally do, I have boxes in here, prompts in here that you can actually plan your things out. I'm going to do an upgrade one day, Lori, where I have chat GPT or AI prompts that you can use for segmenting your audience. Like, I actually use AI with some of the organizations that I work with. I'm like, okay, hi, this is your donor data. Ask them these 3 specific questions. That's not in this one, but it's coming. Okay, so download if you want this screenshot. We'll send you all the PowerPoint. Okay, set up your donation page. Come on, Lori, take it over.
Awesome. I'm going to do my screen share if that's okay with you.
Okay, let me stop. So let me stop sharing.
Yeah, do you mind for a second here? I'm going to share my screen. And so we're talking about...
something? I hope so.
Yeah, what's that?
Are y'all learning something?
Oh, every day I talk to you. Every day I talk to you, I learn something. So I'm sharing my screen. If you've never been to Auctria, this is our front page. You signed up for our webinar here with Floyd. And then what I'm taking you into is the dashboard. This is what your dashboard looks like on Auctria. And if I slide on down to organization here, I can create my Black Philanthropy donation page. Are you going to count along for the clicks with me? So I clicked once. I'm clicking twice to learn about the Black Philanthropy information to create my event. You ready for my 3rd click here, Floyd?
Ready.
This is my 3rd click. And the system is creating your donation page for Black Philanthropy Month. It's automatically done. And this is what it looks like in the system. It will create the event website where you can add in your charity. It's already got the countdown clock because I know you're going to talk about timing. All I have to do is come in here, double click this and edit it and put in my logo, double click this, put in the name of my charity. It's really that easy. And if you want to change any of the donation levels, same thing. You click the cog, you modify it. Of course, you want to put your information in here on why your organization is important. I've put in some spacer information about Back Black Exists as a direct capital to enhance capacity and amplify awareness for Black-led organizations. And of course, it would have all of your contact information and all of your shares. It happens that fast. And this will be your dedicated page for Black Philanthropy Month. It's important that you just don't use your donation button that's at the top of your page. This is a specific ask, like Floyd's talking about. What are you believing in? You can't leave it up to chance. You have to go ahead and tell people exactly what you're doing and why, so that you can make an impact. So on the Auctria side, that's what we've done to support these efforts. Do you want to flip that back over to your share screens, Floyd? I'll hit end on my end, and you should be able to flip back up to your slides. And I think I had and I think I just had a slide in there kind of repeating what I just did. You will get all of these slides. You will get a replay. You'll get videos. You'll get all the links that Floyd's talking about. But literally, it's 1, 2, 3. You're clicking along to create that event. And then Floyd has a couple cool things up his sleeve about what happens when you register your event. Go ahead.
Yes, I can. I'm just going to chat about it now. But one thing. Okay, hold on. Am I still here?
Yes.
Okay, good. I hit X on something. But I want to let y'all know, due to the amazing support of Lori and the Auctria team, not only would you get, are we giving one Auctria campaign a $500 bonus, but we actually have over $50,000 in matching grants and funds for Black-led organizations this month. And so by showing up for and registering, you're going to get the link in your email from Lori and the Auctria team, or if you follow Back Black, you'll see the link when that launches. But next week, we are dropping all these opportunities, and all you have to do is submit your campaign link. You ain't got to apply. You ain't got to do nothing else. You just got to submit your campaign link, okay? And we want to be dropping these gifts and supports all month long, okay? So that's what we're doing for collective action, because we believe in what you're doing, and we want to see you succeed, okay? So should we keep going? Are y'all ready? Yep. I hope so. All right. So after you launch your amazing Auctria campaign, come on somebody, and clicks 1, 2, 3, period. Then you're gonna mobilize your supporters. And why is mobilizing your supporters so important? Well, we actually see more donations happening when people see a match opportunity is available, right? So when you see things like 50, it actually gonna be probably closer to 100,000 after a couple conversations that I have. But when you see opportunities like that, it encourages donors to keep getting involved, right? So you need to mobilize your supporters so they can move on your behalf. So how are you going to do that? Well, I always say you have to assemble your dream team. And if you guys have questions, make sure you put your questions in y'all have a Q&A?
Yes, I can turn on a Q&A. You want me to split that up?
Oh, no, you can put it in the chat. Either put it in the chat or the Q&A, whatever's easiest. But I want to make sure that I leave some time for
yes. Questions. I never hang up until all the answers all the questions are answered. That's my pinky swear to everybody.
Perfect. Okay, so you're gonna assemble your dream team. You're gonna need fierce advocates, right? You're gonna need your champions, your superstar volunteers, and I know you know who I'm talking about. The person who's been here tried and true from day one, right? I know so many people who are like, well, we don't have any volunteers and we don't know who we can ask to donate. You do, okay? You have to just think about who they are and call on them, right? Social influencers, thought leaders, right? People who can actually share and leverage their platform on your behalf. Before you launch, make it easy and make it fun, right? You need to make your campaign actually a good time. Like, there's a reason why we do an opening video every single year. There's a reason why I said change your profile picture to a picture of you as a child playing a sport, right? Like, make it an engaging and an exciting effort, right? And then give a toolkit. People are busy, all right? And you need to copy and paste things to make it easy for them, right? And I always say, it's not that people don't want to get involved, it's that they don't know how. It's not that they don't want to get involved, it's that they don't know how. That's why you do the work that you do. It's up to you. Remember, you are a bridge. What did I say before? You're a bridge. That means you got to be a bricklayer. That means you got to get down, you got to get the cement out, you got to put the pieces together, because when your people come, you want them to walk over. Easy. Simon and Garfunkel, like a bridge over trouble. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Be a bridge. Make it easy for them, all right?
I always say you have to deliver to them on a silver platter.
On a silver platter, okay?
With a smile.
Practices. Update your supporters also. If somebody makes a gift, update them. Let them know how things are going. And then also, if you accomplish your goal, or even if you don't accomplish your goal, let them know your progress of your organization. Don't leave them in the dark. Acknowledge their gift. Oh, also, please, everything in my head, everything's a song, okay? Direct your people to one CTA. One CTA. Okay, I see so many people. They say volunteer, sign up, donate, sign my yearbook, give me your social security, what's your blood type? Like we don't need all of that. We don't need all of that. Give them one CTA. Can y'all still see my screen, or did I get too overwhelmed?
It flipped off for a second there.
Okay, I'm back. We're back. Because you see, y'all, one CTA. Okay. And that doesn't mean, some of y'all gonna be saying, well, Floyd, y'all told us to have many different opportunities. Okay, but not all at the same time. Oh, what is it? Call to action. Thank you, Desi. Come on, Desi. We can call you up. I don't know if I can call you up or not, but amen. You can co-lead. It's a call to action. Other words, what are you asking them to do? Right? The reason why I say everything will be housed at backblackmovement.org, you're gonna see all the opportunities in that one place. Okay, so lead your people to the direct place that you want them to go. Okay, let me keep going because I know y'all got some questions. Lastly is sharing your story. So I mentioned to y'all before, but the reason for everything that I'm doing is because I keep seeing the reality that Black-led nonprofits are only receiving 1% to 2% of philanthropic dollars. Y'all know the trope, we just do twice as much for twice as less. That's not, twice as much for less. You know what I'm saying? We're doing a lot with a little, okay? We're doing a lot with a little. And I realized that the discrepancies, specifically to Black-led organizations, were not just in funding. It was also about in access. It was about opportunity, right? So 2 years ago, I was invited to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and I got a chance to speak. And I said, you know what? I'm going to use what I had. And you know what? That's another thing I'll say. If life is opening up a door for you, hold that door open for the person behind you. Lift as you climb. That's always been my life mantra. So I have the relationships. I have the connections, and I use my connections for good. I use my connections to say, hey, we're all going to go up, right? We are a team. That's a team of life, the team of humanity. So many people say, well, I'm on a Black-led organization. I can't apply. No. If you are a human being, you apply. If you're a person breathing, you apply. We're all on one team. We are all running one race, and that's the human race. Come on, somebody. Absolutely. So if I'm not doing well, you're not doing well. If you're not doing well, she's not doing well. Right?
Correct.
When they say, stand by me. So I said, you know what? We're going to, not only am I seeing these stats, but I also see 53% of Black-led organizations rely on only 1 to 2 major donors. Come on, Ubuntu. Thank you, Aurora. Amen. 31% of Black-led organizations operate on budgets of less than $30,000 a year. 44% of Black-led organizations have no full-time staff members. How can we do the work? How can we do the work if we're always being run down and run dry?
Right.
And you know what? I especially saw this when I first got Black started. And I was like, man, this is how organizations are feeling on a regular, consistent basis. And I made it my mission to help as many people as possible not face that. That's what I do with Black. That's what I do with my personal company. That's what I do all the time. I said, listen, I am here for all change makers. So I started Black to be an answer and a solution, right? And we don't got time to share this story right now, but
what does the future look like?
Artists to tell this story. And I also am doing exactly what I tell y'all to do. You see this email? I send this email to all of my partners, okay? I said, hello, I have toolkit for you. Open up toolkit here. I'm highlighting, telling them what to do. I'm telling you the things that I am telling you to do, I do myself. This is not spray and pray. It's not set and forget it. This is actually real life, okay? What were the results? 14,000 website views from our first campaign. 1 million unique impressions from our social media campaign. First ranking on Google. If you type in Black, you will see AC/DC and me. Okay? This is the power that we have. We have power. We have power. Your voice is your vehicle. Your voice is your opportunity. Use what you have. So many people say, well, I ain't got money. We didn't have money when we got started. My first year at Black, we had no money. I used my voice. I used my connections. I used my partnerships.
Right.
Use what you have, and that's enough. Use
Absolutely.
what you have, and
That's
that is
the
enough.
currency.
But the stats that really matter, our first campaign, we supported over 770 organizations. We raised over $1.3 million and launched in just 5 weeks. Use what you have. So how do you light a spark? You're going to capture the people's attention, right? As we mentioned, video, show, performance, whatever it is, capture the people's attention, okay? Then you're going to give them one CTA like we talked about. One CTA. What do you actually want your people to do? Okay? Once you get them connected to the story, then that's going to help you soar. And last is consistency. Consistency is key, okay? How often are you communicating with your people? Follow me during August, because guess what? You're going to be seeing something every day. Because we're going to let the world know it's Black Philanthropy Month, okay? Consistency. Keep showing up. Come on, Demetrius. I love my community. Start with where you are. Hey. So as we mentioned, we have funds available this year. It's actually, this is an outdated stat, but we have about $50,000, but actually in a couple of weeks, we're probably gonna get closer to 100,000, so I'm very excited. But again, this is all for Black-led organizations. If you want more information, go to backblackmovement.org, or you can stay in the loop with Auctria. They're gonna send you some more details. I also launched the Back Black nonprofit fundraising playbook. We'll send this all in an email for you as well. So we have a playbook with a step-by-step guide on what you gotta do first, second, third to get your campaign going and flowing, okay? All right, I'm gonna stop talking and answer some questions.
Awesome. I'm going to bring Tracy up because my my chat pod is not working properly here, and I'd like to. Floyd, go ahead in the chat. Also, drop in your links if you want. We will follow up with an email. We will follow up with the slides. We will follow up with a replay. But if you want to drop anything in, please go right ahead.
Yes. Okay. What was that download that I talked about? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, this has been so good. And there's some questions and comments, great comments that have been dropped in. But there was a question, and we've mentioned it now. There will be a recording sent out afterwards. There will be resource links. So we want to make sure all of that. There was this great question of what is the CTA? And DC, you answered that call to action. Anything you'd like to add to that?
Yes, it's really just your call to action. It's really about the direction. You know, remember, you have to lead people to one place. Lead them and be very, very clear on what that is. So if your campaign really is just about donate, I would be specific and say, hey, donate $5 now. Actually, can I pull up an email? I don't even know if I can pull up an email.
Yes. Yes, you can share screen and it'll show whatever you're.
I am literally so proud of Volo Kids because they are still going strong. Don't judge my email inbox. But can y'all see? Can y'all see? Oh, share this tab instead. Okay.
There you go.
So proud of them. What are they saying right here? 10 years of play, right? 10 years of play. Celebrate with a $10 gift. Right away. Donate $10 for 10 years of impact. 10 years strong. 10 years equals $10. If you're leaving with nothing, you're gonna leave with 10. I know something about 10, right? They're consistent through and through and through. Right? And so that's what I would say. It's one CTA. Donate $10 for 10 years of impact. Very, very clear. So I would just be clear when you're doing your CTAs and when you're planning your campaigns, give one CTA, lead them to one destination.
So good. Thank you. Aurora asked, any strategies you can share to approach our dream team with the opportunity to support with our BPM campaign?
Yes. So the first thing that I would do, Aurora, is announce that you have matching funds available and say, when you're doing your dream team outreach, don't send that to your whole mailing list. Do not send that to the entire mailing list. These are the people who, remember, these people. Hold on, I got all these little. It's these people, right? So don't send this to your entire list. Send it to the people that you can specifically name that are in this category, right? And then you're gonna message them and you're gonna say, hi, there's matching funds on the line and I need your help. Can I get 10 of you who are interested in helping spread the word for this campaign and getting involved? Then you're gonna get the 10 people to respond and say, what we gotta do. And you're gonna say, hi, I need each of you to raise $100 for our organization. Here's how you're gonna do it. Here's sample copy, here's images that you can do, and here's the page that you need to send people to, okay? Each of you you're gonna send them to your Auctria page, right? And you're gonna say, hey, this is exactly what we need people to get involved and get them to do, right? And so those people now are gonna be going on your behalf. If someone says, I can't raise money, then you're gonna say, okay, no problem. Can you post this on social media? And I'm gonna say, I need 50 of y'all to post our campaign on social media. Remember, this is still not the whole base. This is still not the whole email, right?
Right.
Okay? So that's your superstar people who are going to fundraise. Then you have people who are going to post on social media on your behalf. Then you're going to have people who are going to do an email campaign. Can you email 10 people on my behalf? Then you're going to have people who are going to do a phone writing campaign, a phone calling campaign. Can you call people on my behalf? You see, I just gave y'all 4 different jobs. Each one of them had a different CTA, but you didn't give the CTA to everybody.
Right.
Tracking? What else?
There's lots of like high fives and celebration, laughter, and you had read this quote: "Start where you are, use what you can, do what you can." Arthur Ashe.
Exactly.
And here is some thank yous. So if you have any other questions or comments, just drop them in. But this is amazing. More thank yous.
Thank you, folks.
And August is such a good time for this, Floyd, because people have their seasonal campaigns that they're running for events and big activities, whether it be a gala or an auction, in the fall or in the spring. They've got their golf tournaments that are kind of happening in the beginning of summer. And this hits that sweet spot of, before the kids go back to school, before they start gearing up for their big events, before they start gearing up for the holidays. I think because of August, you're hitting this sweet spot here where, there's not as much noise, and it's a great opportunity to have those messages be seen without a whole lot of clutter. And then we can go into the rest of the stuff in the fall and then the giving days at the end of the year. But this is a precursor to that also, to what you're going to learn to take advantage of those.
Exactly. And I would also say a huge part of this is maybe you're considering a participation goal over a funding goal. You know what I mean? Maybe your goal for your campaign is how many people can we get to just donate, or how many people can we get to get involved, right? Like that is also really, really important, because each person who raises their hand, right? Each person who decides to get involved, that is a door opening. Right. That is a door opening. And my question is, are you going to walk through that door?
Absolutely. I'm going to put up this screen here. You can grab this QR code on how to stay connected. I know you're very active on LinkedIn, correct, Floyd?
Yes, I love LinkedIn. Come and find me. Follow, let's hang out. And stay in the loop. I'm sure Lori's going to send these emails, but you know me, I'll also be shooting y'all an email. So let's stay connected.
Absolutely. And then to stay connected with Auctria, we are active on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. And we have a Facebook group, Auction Team Talk. It is the nicest page on Facebook. Everybody's invited to join us there, talk about event and auction fundraisers. Professionals like Floyd and our event planners and our auctioneers hang out there and answer questions as well. And then Floyd will have available the fundraising playbook that he had mentioned. That will be coming out to you guys. We'll put it in resources. You will be flooded with information so that you can be set up for success. And tag us on all of your fundraising activities, anything that you're doing for Black Philanthropy Month. Tag Floyd, tag Auctria. We want to share that, and we want to scream from the top of the hills about the actions that you guys are undertaking, the fundraising that you're undertaking, and the community activities that you're doing.
I love that. Catherine said we have an auction in August. Submit that campaign, Catherine, for additional funding. Like I said, Auctria specifically going to be donating $500 and an upgraded account. I forgot that. You get to go to, what is it? Premium?
Yes. You're so close. Diamond.
Diamond.
Diamond's our girl's best friend.
I knew it was special. And you get an upgraded Diamond account. So definitely submit that campaign. And if you are fired up, I want to know in this chat, who's going to be doing a campaign? Who's going to be raising and mobilizing their people in August? I want to see it. Let me know so we can, like Lori said, we can cheer you on. We can share your campaign and more.
Absolutely. And I can't see the chat.
CJ.
But
CJ, don't forget to email me now. I got somebody's name on it. Don't forget.
That sounds good.
Come on, Daylene. I love it. Where do we submit our campaigns? Okay, so if you go, we assembled our dream team and are kicking off a gala. I love that, Nicole. You're going to get an email with a specific link, but if you go to backblackmovement.org, I don't know if you can put that in the chat here. I can put that here myself.
I can put that in.
Perfect. If you put backblackmovement.org, it's going to literally tell you to sign up for our mailing list right away. And if you're on our mailing list, you're going to literally get the link first thing in your email inbox on August 1st. But maybe Lori, since y'all are special in the inside crew, you'll probably get it maybe a little bit earlier. But that's when we're announcing it to the world on August 1st.
Absolutely. And when are those funds be distributed, Floyd?
We are giving, well, for the impact grant, those are going to be distributed in maybe like the second or third week of September. But for Auctria, no, probably the same time. So second or third week of September, I would say. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Whenever Floyd gives me the information, that's
Floyd
when
takes you to Starbucks. Kathleen, were you one of the people who got a Starbucks gift card? Because we give away a lot of things. We give away Starbucks. Who else? Nicole, I love it. I love it. $100,000 for our global citizen. Girls go global. Come on, Aurora, call me. Yay, Catherine. I love to hear that. That's awesome. All right, fam.
We are at the top of the hour.
Tracy.
We are at the top of the hour. Floyd, thank you so much for sharing your day with us, and everybody here for signing up, registering, and doing the work you're doing. Floyd, I'll give you the very, very last word.
Go out and be great. You have what it takes. I'm here cheering you on. I'm your partner in all the things. Stay connected with me. And y'all, what they say before, another South African term is, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, go together. And y'all, we are here going far. Okay? So I'm going to see you on the other side.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.